Hey everyone, what's good? I never wait for people to come in live before I start talking. I just start talking because I personally never understood when people go live and then they wait for other people to come in before they start talking. If I'm if I'm gonna go on a live or if I'm gonna get on somebody else's live, I would kind of like expect them to already be talking before I get on. And so that they're already talking about something so I have something to stay on for. But that's just me. So today we're going to talk about locks and spirituality. And also, I'm just here to welcome everybody who's new. So if you're new within like I guess the past couple of months, 2, 3 months, then hey, welcome. Thanks for support. Thanks for the love and appreciate everybody who continues to watch the videos, comment, even those who don't comment. I was thinking about so many people who are not really represented because they don't comment, and I mean that's totally fine, watching YouTube videos and just clicking the like button or deciding to subscribe is a comment, really. So I was I was trying to look for my notes from when I did a video on locks and spirituality, when I first started my locks, like two years ago, more than that. And it was within the first month that I had got my locks, and I had wrote a whole bunch of notes about the spirituality of locks and even some ancestry tools that were in there. A couple things that I read from articles, but I couldn't find it in my notebook. But I'm pretty sure I wrote it down somewhere, but I guess I'm just gonna go off the dome. I guess that's what I'm being led to. So if you're just coming in and or if watching this on the replay, go ahead and drop any questions that you have down below about locks and spirituality or comments. I'm just gonna start talking. So when I first started my lock journey, I just started it because probably a whole bunch of reasons that I don't remember, because now the reasons are different. But when I started, I was going through a lot of things that I couldn't really describe. And when you're going through something but you don't know you're going through something. Like I was going through things and didn't know, but I was still very much joyful. But then I was always I was also, simultaneously in a bit of a dark place. So that whole good or happy and in dark place at one time, decided to start my locks. And I started them with 2 strand twists. I started locks with 74 locks in my head with 2 strand twists, and watch a whole bunch of videos. And when I watched most videos, they would talk about how locks was a spiritual journey, because within that journey, it's mostly spiritual. Most of the reasons that I heard why it was spiritual was because you see yourself kind of grow, change, and develop with how your locks grow, change, and develop. And just like a kid who grows up, or I'm sorry, just like a parent watches their kid grow up, you watch your locks mature. And they would describe it as, you have your baby lock stage, then you have, the teenager phase, and then you have the grown-up phase, and before they finally get mature. And I would like watch those videos, and I'm like, okay, wow, that is a great correlation. And of course, my mind wasn't as open as it is now to the possibility of you growing up with your locks. And as they mature, you mature also as a person. I'm sure, everybody at all times is maturing, not just, when you have locks. But it's interesting how your hair can take the energy or hold the energy of what you're going through at the time. So go ahead, and if you're coming in right now, go ahead and drop some questions. Go ahead and drop some comments, and we're gonna start having a conversation. Let me move the camera down just a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and drop some questions, drop some comments. Hey, and And hey, Julia asks, how did you maintain your starter locks with a crochet or retwisting? So within the first 6 months, I maintained my locks with retwisting, and I would retwist like once a month. And after the first 6 months, so I started my locks in November 2020, and then by May 2021, I decided to stop retwisting altogether. So I started maintaining my starter locks. After I stopped retwisting after the 6 months, I started maintaining my starter locks by doing 2-strand twists with my locks. So I wouldn't retwist, I wouldn't palm roll. I would just wash my hair and then put it in twists, either put it in twists or put it in braids. And then after that, I just stopped doing retwists and braid outs and then started braiding my hair into my locks, which I have a couple videos about that process. And my hair routine has been evolving since then because my hair grows really fast. So soon it's gonna be down my back. Is that my camera acting like that? I might have to switch cameras later on. Let me know if my camera is glitching on y'all's side like it is on my side, because I can literally watch it glitching. If so, I might have to switch cameras. And also, am I being heard? Like, can y'all hear me? Because my joint is glitching. I think my mic is on. My mic should be on. But anyways, okay, cool. What do you think about passion? Like passion twists? They're cool. I mean, I don't really think much of them. I don't really think about them that much. Okay. Yeah, my camera's glitching. Okay, well, I could switch cameras, or I could just ride through this live stream. I mean, if it gets really bad, I could just switch to my computer camera, but the quality would just look a lot worse. But yeah, I don't know. Passion, like what people want to pursue. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So what I think about passion, I mean, I think passion is great. Like, passion can drive you to do a lot of things. Passion, or I should say, passion can motivate you to do a lot of things. And I think passion is like an emotion that can be fleeting. Like passion can definitely be temporary, and something that you're passionate about doing. Most people do something not because they feel like they have to do it, but because they want to do it. But the main things that people feel like they have to do is like go to work because they have to make money. And most people don't have a passion for their job. They just work their job because they probably got a degree in that field, or they didn't get a degree in the field, or they got a degree in another field and then ended up doing a whole other job. And they're not passionate about what they do. They just do it to make money rather than like people who actually have a passion for something and they go pursue that thing. But then passion can be temporary because you stop doing it when you don't want to do it anymore. Like, there's people who do something because they know it will get them results and they're disciplined enough to do it. And then there's people who do something because they're passionate about it for a season. And then once they're no longer passionate about it, they stop doing it because they don't see the joy in doing it. That's kind of like how I was with playing piano. I used to play piano and I used to be pretty well, and I'm pretty musically inclined. If you've ever heard the intro to any of my videos, I sang that, and I have a good ear for music. And so I was able to play, like, if I heard a song, like a Drake song or whatever, I could play it on the piano and I could just hear it and like listen to the song a couple of times and then like find the keys on the piano and just start playing it. At one point I had a passion for playing the piano. I was pretty passionate about it. and until I wasn't passionate about it anymore because I wasn't really worried much about things that I just liked doing to pass the time by, but it was more so like I was only I was only gonna do things that served me to, make money off of it or turn it into a business oriented. And I didn't see piano as one of those things. So once I wasn't passionate about it anymore, I just stopped doing it. So in a nutshell, that's what I think about passion. Time chat. Hi, I love your content. Thank you for taking the time and making these videos for us. Much love. You're welcome. I love making these type of videos, and I'm glad you enjoy the content. And yeah, thanks for your support, your comments. As I was saying, like in the beginning of the live stream, even those who don't comment, but just leave a like or those who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed and you watch me regularly, then why not subscribe? It won't hurt you. So I appreciate all of your support, your love, your comments, your likes, all of that. Melodies from Heaven. I love that song. I'm fairly new to your channel. Can you give a personal testimony of the energy held in your locks? Well, welcome to the channel. Personal testimony. It's interesting because I'm very in tune with the the like spirituality that my hair holds and the significance of my journey specifically, but I guess I don't have I probably have something significant to say. I just have to think on it more. But I remember one time that I was just realizing that my hair feels like it's the happiest that's ever been. And I feel like now more than ever, more than my hair ever has been in its natural state, my hair is still my hair. Like it's still the same as it was before. It's just in a different form. And because I'm not manipulating it a whole bunch and doing what I feel is best for it, it's sort of I'm letting it do what it does on its own to its own extent. Then it just became happier. And like this is the longest that my hair has ever been. And I feel like my hair actually grows faster now. It's interesting because I can visually see it because it's interesting how my hair did not grow. My hair always grew fast and I always had a lot of hair. But it's like my hair grows faster than in locks. And what's interesting about that is because like usually people with locks, because the locks shrink up and they expand and contract. So your hair in locks is actually a lot longer than what it appears to be. If you untangle a lock, your hair, you pull it down, it'll be all the way down there. And I just feel like my hair was happier. I can't really say anything about like it holding negative energy because I honestly haven't experienced that yet. And where's some wood? Is this wood? I think this is. Knock on it. But I would not I don't think of a time that is a negative time that held so much negativity that the energy from that time got trapped in it. But I was talking about this at the very beginning of the stream that when I first started my locks, I was very joyful, but I was always also in a dark time, like at the same time, like, and I didn't realize how dark of a time that I was until I came out of it type stuff. So I don't think that my hair held that. If it did hold it, it's like right at the end. It's like from here down. All the rest of it, positivity. But like probably like from here down might have the most negativity in it. After that, it started increasingly getting better, but it's not like I feel it. My locks don't weigh me down or anything like that. I know sometimes people feel like their locks just weigh them down and they want to kind of like trim a certain part off. but I can't imagine trimming a part of my locks off. I feel like everybody who has locks once in their lock life has a dream, or it's actually a nightmare where they like so somebody accidentally cuts their lock off. And I've had that dream kind of like a couple times that like I've been at the hair salon, and then I don't see what they're doing to my hair, and then they turn the chair around. I look at myself, and there's like a huge patch of hair missing at the back of my head, like I might as well be bald, and made me cry. So, yeah. Thank you, Tamir Johnson. Thanks for all the compliments. What made you want to get locks? Were you content with them throughout the whole journey? I wanted locks, I'm not gonna lie, for the look of it. I think they look amazing. When I first got locks, I intended to keep retwisting my locks. My journey has obviously evolved since then, but when I first got them, I love the look of locks. I followed a couple people who had locks, and I liked the way that they looked, so I kinda wanted my hair to look like the inspirational boards that I saved on Pinterest, but I'm glad it didn't look like that. I also didn't wanna do my hair anymore. I didn't wanna detangle, I didn't want to have to do all that 16-hour routine of wash, detangle, deep condition, detangle some more, and then dry for forever, and then somewhere in there, put a style in it so it can set and then dry. I also, was ready for something new. I had changed on the inside, so me locking my hair was just a reflection, a reflection of an inside experience. It was an outward expression of an internal, intervention, so to speak. Now I can say that I got locks. It's evolved. As my journey evolves, I see that I got locks because I needed to learn a lot of things. I needed to learn not to take control of the things that I don't like. 'Cause not everything that I don't like needs to be controlled. We all think that in some sort of the way, we all think that we know what's best for everyone. And once I realized that that's not always the case for me, I stopped trying to so much control what my hair looks like. Um, which is why I decided to stop retwisting. And that was also a symbolism of how I can be a control freak sometimes. Um, what else? I would say, was I content with them throughout the whole journey? Yeah. I mean, I guess no, because I combined some of them. So if I was completely content, if I didn't want to change anything, I wouldn't have changed anything. But I guess I wasn't completely content throughout because I combined 74 locks into now 68. I had 2 combination sessions. So, but I still don't regret anything. So it's just how the journey went. Yeah. Thanks for you all's questions. I really want locks so bad. I've been growing my hair out for 3 years now, braids and twist styles, but I feel like is that time to start my lock journey? Yeah, it might be. Some people feel like the lock journey kind of like calls them to start at a certain time, and then other people, I feel like other people, it's just they just decide to start. So it may be. Blessings, prom E, prom L. Poetic Justice says, how does one get started on your yoga regimen? Oh, yeah. So the link is always in my description box of every video. You can go to my website, holisticfitmeditation.com. And let me actually go over here to my website and put the link in the description box. So, I mean, in the chat, because I have classes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning, depending on what time zone you're in. And I'll go ahead and drop the link to my yoga and meditation memberships in the chat. So, real quick, if you didn't know, I'm a yoga and meditation teacher. I have some online offerings. My membership is my online offering. It includes 3 yoga classes a week, 3 meditation classes a week. And the meditation that we do, oh, nope. The meditations is breath work. So it's focusing on your breath. It's a focus and concentration meditation. We do 3 different types of meditation: the focus and concentration meditation. We do a body scan meditation that's just noticing your body, feeling any pain, any tension releasing from your body. So right now, bring your awareness to your shoulders. Your shoulders are probably tense, right? Relax your shoulders, relax them. So we do meditations like that to just notice your body. And then also we do a meditation, the breath work, breathing through your individual nostrils, but alternating them. So breathe in, switch, breathe out, breathe in, switch, breathe out. That balances the left and right side of the brain. One side of your nostril controls the other side of the brain. Well, not controls, but if you wake up in the morning, you sometimes realize that your left nostril is more open than your right nostril. That's because at night, our brain is processing new information. So whenever your brain is processing new information and it's calmed down, your left side of your nostril is more open. Whenever you're actively doing something, whenever you're actively carrying out a task, your right nostril is more open. So right now, notice which nostril is more open, and that decides what active side of your brain is more active. So we do that to get into the flow state. I'll drop the link right here. That's the link to my memberships, online memberships for you all. So yeah. And also I drop the link in every video. The link is in the description box. I know there's a lot of stuff in my description box, so it may be more difficult to find. If there's anything else that I can do, like put a pinned comment of it or anything else to help you all find it easier, just let me know. Melodies from Heaven says, I hear you. I love how strong locks are, yet still so fragile. The best part of my journey is growing with my hair because we both have personality. Yeah, that is so true. I feel like hair has its own personality separate from yourself. I'm not a freeformer or semi-freeformer, but it is vital to find a loctician that actually like to do locks. Yeah. Beginning of my journey was not fun because my first one didn't. That's another thing. Yeah. That's very valid. Arturo 9321. And that's another thing. That's another reason why I decided to start my locks myself, because I've always done my own hair. Ever since my mom stopped doing my hair around when I was like 10. She used to always do my hair and put in barrettes and braids and stuff. But then I just learned to do my own hair, braid, twist, do all the cornrows and stuff. And then after that, I just decided to take my hair into my own hands. And I did actually in high school. I used to kind of get like sew-ins, but after high school, after high school, I did not, because I just wore my hair all natural, and all throughout college. And then the reason why I just decided to wear my locks and do it my own way is, well, mainly to save money, because locticians could get expensive, but then also people transfer energy with their hands. I had a whole video on this. I think it was the hand and hair syndrome one from like more than a year ago, when I was talking about why do people put their hands together when they pray? Why do you put your hand on your heart when you're anxious? Like when somebody touches you, they can either have a healing touch or they can have, like people transfer energy just through touch of the palms. The palms are very significant. So when you touch your hair, I mean, I feel like that's significant too. Just pass it off. When somebody else touches your hair, I mean, I feel like you have to be really cognizant of their energy too, because I believe in passing energy through hands touching hair. That's why I'll say, don't just let anybody touch your hair. Don't just let anybody get all up in your hair. That's probably why a lot of the good locticians who are passionate about their job will do a consultation beforehand to check your energy and see if y'all energies are a match. I definitely agree with that. Internally, I've changed so much, and it started off as twists, then just left it alone. Yeah, it always evolves. And I feel like the best journey, the best journey is like when you don't expect something to come up and it does. Like you don't expect your journey to be as eye-opening, or you went into it with one purpose and then you got another outcome. The best things are the things that you did not expect to happen, which is with any spiritual journey. Oh yeah, if you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. Don't wanna have you distracted. I had started locks back in 2020, but I took them out after like a month and got braids. But this time when I get them, I'm go all the way. Yeah. Don't be afraid of the outcome. Many people start and then for whatever reason they'll take them out. They didn't like them or they're scared to commit. And then I also think, this is a philosophy. I also think that sometimes we can have commitment issues. If we have commitment issues in relationships, whatever relationship it may be, how will that affect your commitment to your hair, like to something that's your own, that you take care of? Because it's just the same. Like I correlated watching your locks mature with a parent watching a child grow up. It's it's a great correlation because you go through the baby lock stage, the starter lock stage, which can include the baby lock phase when they're probably like a month to 5 months, and then after that's the teenage stage. It's like watching a child, and then they become a grown up and mature. And then after that, they've gone through all this stuff. Like my locks have gone through all this. All this is 2 years. And then some, because I started my locks with hair already, but it just wasn't in locks. So this is the things that I've gone through in 2 years. And what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but commitment is a big thing. What do you use on your locks? I use Free the Roots products. That is also always in the description box, but I'm going to drop the link to that. I use Free the Roots products all the time. Free the Roots is a black owned by three brothers, actually. They're black owned, and they made their products very naturally, sustainably. And I was drawn to them because I was searching for products that were lightweight, that were also simple. And I was also searching for a bar soap that I can use as shampoo, because I was tired of, at the time, using soaps that were, or shampoos that would come in the plastic bottles, because I feel like it produced too much waste. So I went ahead and found them, and I'm going to link it in the description box. I mean, in the chat. My shampoo that I use, which is like the bar soap that I use, the hair and scalp mist, which is their hydrating mist, and then the the detox, the apple cider vinegar detox. Oh, hold on. There's a character limit and I went past it. So let me just put that in there. Okay. So that should take you to it. Those are the products that I use on my locks. So I like to use their moisturizing mist, and it's the lemon herb one. I use lemon herb, then I also use one called lavender. So if you go on the website, look up the hydrating mist, look up lemon herb. That one smells awesome, and the lavender one smells good too. So I mean, if you like a sweeter scent, then do that one. But I like the lemon herb, and then I also use the cool lemon soap bar. Cool lemon soap bar, because I, just smell like all lemons. And then once a month, I started doing my lock detox with the apple cider vinegar rinse. And it's apple cider vinegar. And then also it has what's called rosemary tea? Yeah, I think rosemary tea. And that helps moisturize while you're detoxifying your locks. That's what I use. Okay, was it really... Oh, first of all, hello. Was it really difficult to combine my locks and still maintain the integrity and the strength of the lock going forward? No. When I combined my locks the first time, I combined my locks here on the side of my head on this side, and now it has the two, they call them two-headed dragons. So this is where I combined it, and then from here up. It actually made the lock thicker. So nope, it didn't affect the integrity. I combined them on either side of my head. So I also combined this one on this side. And as you can see, I did use the 2-strand twist method from here. So when I started, my lock was only this length. I used a 2-strand twist method, but the twist unraveled at the end, so I just let it do that. I also at one point did crochet the lock at the end, but then the crochet came out, so I just left it. I wanted to combine them because I thought my edges were thinning, but they weren't. Excuse me. My new growth just grows away from my locks, which I have another video on. So all this fuzzy new growth, it just grows away from my locks. So what I do is I just take it and braid it around the locks, which I have a video on too. Pretty recent. It's titled like the best maintenance trick I've learned for my locks. So that was the first time I combined the locks. The second time I combined my locks was about a month ago, and I combined 4 locks. I combined 8 locks into 4 locks. Is that the math? Is that the right math? I think it is. So this was one of them, and I'm just going to show this one because I did all of them the same, and I used the 2-strand twist method, but after I 2-strand twisted them together, I used thread. And I think this was a healthier method. I think this is the healthiest method of combining locks that I've used or that I've ever seen. I've seen the crochet method where they use a crochet needle to basically pick the hairs of your lock, pick it out. So it's called like distressing your locks. So they literally use a crochet needle to kind of like pick out the locks and then combine the locks that way by weaving the crochet needle through both locks to combine them. And I was like, first of all, that looks like a whole lot of work. It looks like you can stab yourself. And then also it just seems like I don't want to distress my locks just to combine them. So why not use the thread? I just have to puncture my locks and it only goes through once instead of like yanking it through in and back, in and back. And it seems like the healthiest option. And then eventually I may just cut the thread out I mean, yeah, cut the thread out and then take it out because my locks are combined on their own. Thread never hurt anybody. So I don't see it affecting the integrity of my locks going forward. Question: how can I get aloe vera that's stuck in my locks after washing them? Um, I would say wash it again. Like aloe vera is like it's like a jelly kind of. So I would say wash it again. I would say, did you wash it with aloe vera? Because I've never had aloe vera stuck in my locks, but if you use like an aloe vera gel, maybe possibly try using aloe vera juice instead. But I would just wash it again until it comes out. Yeah. All right. It's interesting that you say that because I took them out during the end of my 2-year relationship. And right after that, I had my spiritual awakening. Yeah. It be happening like that because sometimes, yeah, energy can get like in your locks. And I've heard people talk about that. Negative energy, positive energy. For me, I think it's been more positive than anything. And you start something new and then you want to chop all your hair off because you feel like the things that you went through, you don't want to hold on to that. And I really do want to catch up with these comments and questions, but I really need to say this, like the video that I made, like probably like when I first started my lock journey 2 and some years ago, and I was talking about the spiral shape of natural hair. Like natural hair is either a S curl or it's a spiral shape. And what is also the shape of energy? Anything that moves, a cell tower, like on top of a cell tower, like an antenna, right? It's all a spiral shape, a coil, a spring, like it springs into place, right? It snaps back. So our hair represents energy, and it literally represents the shape of energy being conducted. So our hair can hold that energy, conduct that energy, and also even like when it relates to the sun, right? The sun gives off vitamin D, calcium, all that, and it stores in our hair. So our hair is literally an energy source, scientifically and mentally, right? So if our hair can do all of that, and plus when you think of an afro grows up and out. It grows up because it grows toward the sun. When you look at a flower, and this is why we need to be more in tune with nature than what we already are. When you look at a flower, imagine that this is like, the middle of the flower, right? Look at a flower at any time in the day. If you have a park next to you, near you, go look at a flower, and the flower is always facing the way the sun is facing. So when it's 12 p.m. and the sun is at the highest point in the sky, the flower is facing straight up because the sun is straight above the flower. But if it's like right now, it's like 5:39 p.m. where I am. If the sun is over on that side, then the flower is no longer facing up. It's facing where the sun is, so it's tilted a little bit. Have you ever noticed that? Our hair does the same thing. So it's like that's how you know our hair conducts energy because it gets energy from the sun. Our hair grows up just like a flower is, and that's why I say your hair is literally a plant. When I figured that out, I was so amazed. So that's so true. It's very true. All right, let's get back to these comments. I got starter locks 3 months ago and still haven't got a retwist or detox yet, but yet I'm low-key nervous but excited. Yeah, I think like 3 months in, your hair probably hasn't matured much yet. You're kind of like seeing maybe a little bit of budding, but then you're you're still at a really great place because all the information that you're taking in right now about like lock buildup and I guess what not to do, you can like not do those things because our earlier stages are the most crucial, just like the earlier stages of a person's life, like a kid's life within the first 5 years is the most crucial part, because it will affect literally the rest because it's the foundation. So your starter locks are the foundation. And then the more that you learn about the stuff that you're learning right now, the more excited you can be and not nervous. Because I don't think there's much to be nervous about. I'm going to try the bar soap. Yeah, I think you should. The bar soap changed my life, honestly. And I no longer have to like pick up a bottle, get the product out, rub it in my hands, then rub it on my hair. I just honestly like take the bar soap and then rub it on my hair, even though they instruct you not to do that. Like on the Roots website, they instruct you to rub the bar on your hands and then rub your hands on your hair to lather. But I just put that joint straight on my hair. I don't really care. And it hasn't really affected much. So yeah, but I love Free the Roots. I go hard for them. You think locks will you think locks will fro fast after 2 months? My hair usually grows really fast in Black, Puerto Rican, and Caribbean. Okay, so it all depends. It literally all depends on your genetics. I didn't I didn't know personally that my hair was gonna grow this fast. I had no idea. And I'm black mixed with black. I mean, honestly, every black person is mixed with something, but I'm black mixed with black. Let's just say I'm like 83% African. So I would say like it just all depends. And it's not just like your genetic makeup, like your descent, but it's just kind of like it has a lot to do with your genetics. Also, there are things that you can do to promote hair growth, like um scalp massages. I'm actually going to do a video on this soon. I'm going to do a video on how your hair grows, like stimulating the scalp, stimulating the soil, because our hair is a plant. So doing scalp massages, your scalp routine, keeping your scalp clean, keeping it maintained. If you are always clogging your scalp and your pores with product, then you may want to watch out for that. Excuse me. What else did I say? Oh yeah, your bonnet, like washing your bonnet. Nobody ever told me about washing no bonnet. Like none of my black women elders ever said wash your bonnet, and I wish they had. Cause I'm wondering, do my friends wash their bonnet? Like, do other do other people wash their bonnets? This is an honest conversation I want to ask people, because before my locks, I didn't really wash my bonnets. I probably washed the bonnet once, but now I realize every time I wash my hair, I gotta wash my bonnet, and I gotta have like 2 or 3 bonnets so I can rotate. You know, so there's a couple things you can do. If you want your hair to grow fast, but then also it's genetics big time. Like I would say it's probably like 70% genetics how fast your hair grows. Just is. Mine's look like yours, except mine's to my waist. Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna be right behind you soon. Honestly, I'd probably take like 2 more years because this is 2 years of growth. So probably like it probably would be somewhere down there. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and start. When you feel called, go ahead and start your lock journey. It's probably just waiting on you for the say so. Low key inspired and be finding inspiration in the smallest things. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So what is your zodiac sign and why did you decide to do YouTube? My zodiac sign is Virgo. So yeah, a lot of people be hating on Virgos. Like they be throwing Virgos in the dirt. I don't know why. I think we're awesome. Um like I identify with zodiac signs, but not exactly. I know they have a lot of significance. They correlate. They make sense, but I'm not super in astrology like that. Um and what is your zodiac sign? Part 2 of that question. Why did you decide to do YouTube? I decided because at the time I was going through a lot of things that the people in my life, like my friends, was kind of like gravitating away from them. And so the conversations that I would start to want to have had more depth than what I feel like the people in my life wanted to talk about or wanted or could understand and comprehend. And I was realizing the people in my life at the time, I was gravitating away from them because I was graduating in my level of just awareness and my level of consciousness. I wanted to live for something greater than myself. And I just woke up. Like I just woke up or started waking up more so. And I decided there are a lot of other people who don't feel heard, who don't feel seen. And I wanted to represent those people. And I wanted to talk to those people. So here I am talking to those people and representing those people, a lot of them. And yeah, in a nutshell, the dryness is brutal for me for someone with low porosity 4C texture hair 8 months in. What would you recommend for good hydration? Rose water and glycerin or the aloe vera juice? I would say like our hair types and textures are definitely there's definitely some difference in it. For me personally, my hair did like aloe vera juice. There is aloe vera. So the products that I use, I dropped the link earlier. If you didn't see it, the link is in like all of my recent videos when it says like products that I use and it says like free the roots. My hydrating mist, it has aloe vera as the first ingredient, which means it's the most ingredient in it. And my hair loves it. So I highly recommend aloe vera juice. I also did used to use rose water heavily, and I would say both of those are great. Now, I don't know about glycerin because I've never used it before. I know it works for some people, but other people maybe not so much. So yeah, I think aloe vera juice is great. Low porosity, I do have low porosity hair too. So to moisturize it, here's a tip. Maybe try, if you don't already, try not wearing a shower cap in the shower. Not to get it wet, but to allow the steam to penetrate your hair so that when you put your moisturization products on it, your hair shaft is open. Your pores or your hairs, yeah, your pores basically are open in your hair. Steam, opens up your pores just like your skin. And that's the thing with low porosity hair. You just want to open them up, and then they're more susceptible to attaching to the product that you put on it. Once you do that, if you take your showers in the evening or the morning, if you moisturize in the evening and you take your showers in the evening, then boom, 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 you're good. That's what I do, and it works for me. Hello from England. I'm 3 years locked in May. Woo! Congratulations. And yeah, it's facts. It's facts. I will be 6 months locked next week, and I have become so confident and more attuned spiritually since I've had my locks. I've been learning to retwist on my own locks to connect more. That is great. That is all amazing. Maybe I should just put like a community post and then just say like, drop your lock testimony down. Like, why did you all start locks? Why did you all start your locks? Or if you haven't started already, why do you want to start? And then if you have started your locks, what have you learned so far? Is your lock journey a spiritual journey for you? Did you intend it for it to be a spiritual journey? And if you didn't intend for it, is it one now? I know I intended for it to be spiritual because I was already aware that I was going on a spiritual journey. And I actually have a video coming on Friday that explains some things that I did not expect to go through while going on a spiritual journey. So yeah, that's coming Friday. All the time. I wish you could wash my locks, LOL. I mean, I just wash locks like a regular person washes their locks because my arms be tired. My arms be so tired, but I used to wash my grandma's hair. I used to give her a scalp massage and everything like that, but she didn't have locks though. All the time I wash my head wraps, even with waves. That's good. Cause I mean, like, I feel like, okay, we wash our face every day, right? But we don't wash our hair every day. But if you don't wear a hat or you don't wear anything over your hair is touching all the same things that your face is touching too, because it's right next to each other, right? So when you think about it, why shouldn't we wash our bonnet? Like, it's scary to me to think that, like, I used to not wash my bonnet. And then I used to wear the same bonnet to sleep every single night. I changed my pillows, changed my bed sheets, but did not change my bonnet. Mm. Wash your bonnet. Wash them like you wash your panties, like you wash your underwear, for real. What's up? I love Virgos. My GF's a Virgo. Yeah, we're amazing. Do you ever miss your fro? Uh, no. It's still right here. It's just in a different form. No, but no, not really. I like this better. I like it a lot better. I don't miss I just feel like when I started my locks, I just knew my hair was ready for it because it would just get so tangled. It was like the longer my hair was getting, it was increasingly getting tangled easier. I was getting a bunch of like one strand knots, and I was wearing a lot of wash and go, so I feel like my hair was just tired. It was just ready for it. Um at this point, I can't imagine cutting my locks off or combing them out in any near future, but it'll probably in the distant future have to happen because my hair is not going to grow all the way to my knees and my neck be okay. So I'm probably at some point going to have to chop them or trim them, but probably not anytime soon cutting them off or like combing them out because locks are just so much more convenient and they're versatile. Like a fro is nice. If I yeah. I was about to say something that I probably shouldn't say. Well, no, I'll say if I really wanted to wear a fro, I would just go get a wig. Like, I'll just go and get a wig. But I'm not doing all that because wigs ain't really my thing, anyways. So I've always wanted locks since a kid. My mom never let me, but I'm grown now. Yeah, I mean that's interesting. Like, hmm, why would your mom not let you get locks though? I would see if it was that she didn't want you to be limited or feel limited in your choices because I know sometimes moms want their children to be able to experience all the options. So until they make their own choice of how they want to wear their hair, because if your mom, dad, auntie, or uncle, or big bro, big sis got locks, and you're like, I want to look like big bro, big sis, auntie, uncle, mom, dad, and then they're like, well, does my kid want this because they want to look like somebody else, or do they want it because they're making their own decision that they want it? So I could see that. I started my locks because I was unable to get my relaxers, wigs, etc. because of lockdown. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people did too. Yeah. I feel like and it was really easy to start locks. Yeah, it was really easy to start locks during the lockdown. I asked myself, what was I going to do with my hair? Lauren Hill came on the TV. The rest was history. I've become spiritual and I'm glad I didn't conform to Eurocentric standards anymore. Yes, the evolution. That's probably why your name is Alyssa's Evolution, because that is the evolution right there. The realization. My parents really wanted me to get a job first, so I did. Now I'll be 3 years locked in May. Okay. but also my job encouraged me to. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, the stereotypes back then of having locks apparently was a bad thing. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, let's have this conversation and then in a little bit I got to get off, but let's have this conversation because I think that me and my brother look smack alike in the face, and we both have locks. My brother started locks before me, but he started locks and then he cut his locks. No, I think he combed them out and then he started them again. But he started his locks before I started locks, and he got a lot of criticism from my family for wearing his locks. Mind you, me and my brother look identical. We look pretty identical. He's older than me, by the way, by about 4 years. And when I got my locks, and even when I stopped retwisting my locks and then started wearing my hair more natural, the comments that I got was like, "Oh, Lauren, I like your hair." That's my name, Lauren, if you didn't know. And I like your hair. I like your hair like that. But my brother would get comments like, "What are you what are you doing to your hair? Like, when are you gonna get your hair done? When are you going to the hair salon? What are you doing with your hair? What is that? Like, what style is that? Is that a style? When are you getting it styled?" And I see it. Like I see the stereotypes. I see I don't know if it's masculinity, how masculinity is perceived versus how femininity is perceived, but if that is the case, then it should be reversed, because if locks is perceived as something that, because it to other people looks messy or seems unkempt or it's not a style, then I feel like that would be more of a masculine trait than a feminine trait. But, and I'm not talking about gender here, I'm talking about like the energy that it carries. But at the same time, I could see that because feminine energy is more so laid back. It's like it's more laid back, it's like more soft, rather than masculine energy is more kind of like aggressive, not in the way that it's mean or, but it's more a firm, it's more firm, it's more aggressive. But yeah, I definitely experienced that in a way that I didn't expect, and I still don't understand why. We literally have the same exact hairstyle. His hair is just a little bit shorter than mine, and we get different comments from our family members, specifically our older family members. And yeah, let me know if any of you all have experienced something similar. General to be bias, I don't know. Gender bias, I don't know. Locks really fits you. Thank you. I don't know how I got recommended to your channel, but I subbed to your channel and I'm going to watch your process and be with you on this lock journey. Thank you. Thanks for your support. Yeah, I'm glad you found the channel. I'm glad you enjoy it. I have like a whole playlist for my lock journey, so you can tap into that. And yeah, hope you enjoy it here. I love how your natural hair is getting longer in your seashells. Thank you. Yeah, cowrie shells. Yep, it's getting longer. It's breaking my neck. Not yet, but at this point, because I just washed my hair this morning, and it feels like every time I wash my hair, I feel it getting heavier, weighing heavier. And I feel like there's something about washing your hair. Maybe it's that washing your hair makes your locks expand. And then when they're drier, they're more compact and they compress toward each other. But when you wash your locks, it's like they get fluffier. They look a little bit thick, a little more thick. All right. Well, this is, if you all don't have any other questions, this was nice. Again, welcome to everybody who's newly subscribed or newly watched. If you're not subscribed and you watch regularly, then why not subscribe? It won't hurt you. Again, I always leave my products in the description box of every video. So just look in any video, any like recent video within the past year at least. And the products that I use should be there. It's Free the Roots. I use their hydrating mist. They only have like a few different products. They're all great. Hydrating mists. I do mean to put my code in there too, because you can get like a little something off, like 5% off of your purchase if you use my code. And I'm gonna start putting it in the description box. And also, yeah, my meditation and yoga memberships, I have them for you all on my website. So I also leave the link to my website in every description box ever, in any video that I've ever had on my channel, holisticfitmeditation.com. You can click the link, see the offerings that I have. We do mindfulness meditation, increasing your concentration, breath work to balance the left and right side of the brain, and also yoga. You get 3 classes, 3 yoga and meditation classes per week. We do live on Zoom, and then I give you the recording for you to look back at. So thank y'all for joining today. Hope y'all leave a like on the live stream so that other people can look back at it. Drop any other questions or even video requests. I got some video requests earlier that I'm going to do within the next couple weeks that I got coming for y'all. We need an emoji with dress last fight. For that emoji, yes. Tell Apple they need a like let's say, yeah, they need like a they should do like a Bob Marley. Why did my camera go off? But anyways, they need a Bob Marley what's it called, joint. So yeah, my camera just went off, so that must be time to get off the live. See y'all in the next video on Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.